Robbie Ray, your dad's a gay. Oh.
Have you not heard about this?
No.
This is like a
vagina candle.
Oh.
Mom! Are you moving into your Martha Stewart era?
Exactly.
Building a knitting empire?
That's the plan. I'm going to want to build a little knitting empire.
Because you're in like Michael's.
Yeah. It's basically I have yarn in those places, and then in the UK and like hobbycraft, I have crochet kits, knitting kits, candle making kits, all kinds of different things.
Tom Daley candle making kits.
Candle making kit, yeah.
I had some Goop Kitchen earlier.
Some what?
Goop Kitchen, you know Gwyneth Paltrow's.
Oh,
it's called,
yeah.
And she had her candle that she made that smelled like, it was like My Vagina Smells Like Candle.
Oh.
Have you not heard about this?
No.
This is like a
vagina candle?
Well, I think it was called My Vagina Smells Like.
Goop.
And it was a candle by the brand Goop, and it was Gwyneth Paltrow's candle.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a few years ago.
Okay.
But anyway, now she's got Goop Kitchen, so I ate that earlier.
Well, I went to someone's house the other day and they had a candle that they were burning that was called dog toe beans.
Oh.
And I was like, toe beans? Like,
what is a toe bean?
Like on the bottom of like the paw, like it looks like little beans.
It's going to smell like a dog's foot.
Yeah. And I was like, they literally smell like cheese. And I was like, I'm not sure about this.
Oh, I don't need a candle that smells like cheese.
Yeah, I think just stick to regular fragrances.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, for candles, but who am I to judge?
Yeah, what you do in your own home.
Yeah, exactly.
Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want, like taking a hike or putting on a wig. It's easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals pack in the flavour with none of the fuss. So get started at factormeals.com/Courtney50off and use code Courtney50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
I've been thinking about this idea of perfectionism in my life in recent years and thinking about being an Olympian or just an elite athlete. And I feel like perfectionism must be a requirement of the job. Like you're trying to do this dive perfectly, right?
I mean, you're trying to score the perfect 10,
Yeah.
right? You are like every day you're striving to be that little bit better. And it's in sport, it's all about the 1%. And I think it's something that can transfer to everyday life is what are you doing that is going to make you slightly better than the other person? How are you going to be able to perfect what you're doing when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to recovery, when it comes to sleep, when it comes to training, mind and body connection, mindfulness? Like there's so many aspects where you may think certain areas are completely irrelevant and like, why am I doing this? This is a waste of time. But those little things are going to be what are going to make the difference between being good and being great.
It's like when I'm packing and I weigh my bag and it's like 33 kilos and I'm taking out like a pair of undies.
Yeah.
And I'm taking out a pair of socks.
Exactly.
And
It makes a
taking out a book.
difference.
And then it's all of those little things add up.
Why is it though that at the airport when you take out like a pair of socks, it does go down like 4 kilos? It's
thankfully,
weird.
I have certain things like my makeup mirror that's like 3 kilograms.
Okay.
Sorry that we're speaking in the metric system, America, if you're watching, but that's where we're from.
What's 3 kilos? 6.6 pounds?
Yeah, there you go. Is it that many? At the
think
gym, I
so.
just like divided by 2.
Yeah, it's like 2.2.
Okay. I did a video the other day working out and I noticed that like the dumbbell said 12 on it and I was like, oh, people really think that's pounds. And then they'll shame me for my 12-pound
curls.
But it was 12 kilograms.
Yeah, that's very different.
Yeah, that's like 27 pounds.
But what confuses me, sometimes you go into a gym in America and it's like, sometimes it's in kilos and sometimes it's in pounds.
It is confusing.
Especially with the cable machines. But I hate gyms.
You hate gyms?
I find a gym the most intimidating, scary place ever.
Surely you've like lived in a gym.
I know, I've lived in gyms, but I trained with other divers where a coach is telling me what to do in, like, not in a public gym. It's like a training facility. So now when I go to the gym each day, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't actually know if I'm doing this right.
Do you think as a public person as well, there's the extra pressure of like, people might know who I am and might be watching and judging?
Yeah, well, I mean, people come up and say hello and then I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I doing this well? Like, is this like weight like reasonable? Like I'm doing this thing, but like they think, oh my gosh, like he's not, that must be his warm-up set or something.
Okay, but surely all of that sort of head noise is something in diving that you've learned to overcome. Yeah,
I mean, it's something that as I've gotten through my diving career, you have to like not care what anyone else thinks, of course. But it's funny how when you get it's easy to do that in something that you're kind of good at. Like when with diving, you don't really worry about people seeing you mess up or mistakes because you know how well you can do.
You're the best in the world, and it's like, follow this, you bitches.
Yeah, but when you go into it, and you're like, well, that was a bad dive, but they know what I'm capable of, so it's okay. Like they'll see that next time. Whereas at the gym, if I'm like picking a weight up and I'm, I don't know, doing some kind of curl, like you say, and I pick up like 15 pounds, and someone's like, oh my God, 15 pounds, what's he doing? And I'm like, it's like my burnout at the end of my set. But,
Exactly.
It's scary. And I think that's what's interesting for me with sport. Sport is like, for me, the way to be able to exercise, because going to the gym as an adult is kind of, especially if you're just getting into something, it's kind of a scary thing. Like, you kind of have to, like, I guess you can get over it and be like, I'm just going to do me and not care what anyone else thinks. But there's something that's really cool about sport being not only good for health and exercise, but social as well, and meeting new people.
Summer is here. More sun, more light, more time to do all of the things that make summer so special. And the number one thing you don't want to be doing all summer is spending hours cooking inside. That's where Factor comes in. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals arrive fresh and ready in just 2 minutes. Perfect for active lifestyles over summer and beyond. With 45 menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and your goals, like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor has nutritious breakfast, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. Enjoy more this summer. Get Factor if you want all the flavour and none of the fuss. I had this tofu, it was tangy, and it had cauliflower rice, which is great for the summer. But yeah, I really enjoy them. They're very easy and delicious. Get started at factormeals.com/Courtney50off and use code Courtney50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code Courtney50off at factormeals.com/Courtney50off.
You have a documentary coming out.
I do. I have a documentary coming out.
Does it have a title?
1.6 seconds. What do you think that is?
The time that it takes to get from the 10-metre platform to contact with the water.
That is correct. 1.6 seconds. 35 miles an hour. Essentially, it's a look back on my whole career through archival footage and through home videos that I never had even seen before.
Wow.
And talks through how I got into diving, the bullying and difficulty of growing up in the public eye in the UK, losing my dad, going to 5 Olympic Games, meeting Lance, and all of the different challenges that came with all of that. It's really weird to like watch back, because I'm always a bit like, oh my God, like this is really weird watching all of this stuff back about me. But at the same time, it's something that I'm really excited to be able to show Robbie and Phoenix, and be able to be like, this is all of the things that your papa did.
What's the weird part?
Just watching yourself back. Like just watching...
Self-conscious, like hearing yourself on the answering machine?
Yeah, a little bit like hearing your own voice, but then also like, I think the whole thing that I look back on, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not give myself any privacy growing up. Like everything that I went through was in the public eye, whether that was bullying at school, whether that was eating disorders, whether that was coming out, losing my dad and having, people on ladders trying to get photos, and just the whole thing was, I basically my whole thing is I kind of felt sorry for the kid that was growing up in that, but at the time I had no idea. I had no idea that was not normal.
Right. And do you think that lack of privacy, like kind of like if you could do it again, you would have...
I think I probably would have had a different team around me advising what was right and what was wrong.
I mean, now with your own kids, I know that you hide their faces from the media and social media.
Yeah.
I guess that must be a part of giving them that privacy.
Yeah, I want to give my kids as much privacy as possible until they feel like they want to make that decision. I mean, Robbie already, bless him, he always asks, why do you not show photos of us? Or why are our faces not in that photo when, he sees something on TV or whatever it may be? And we try to explain to him the best way we can about his privacy. And he was like, well, Papa, what if I want to? And so I think we're getting to that age now where it's like, when is the right age to make a decision about that?
And when can a kid really understand
exactly
what the world means?
Yeah, because he thinks whenever he's building something with Lego that he pretends that he's like making a YouTube video, and he like desperately wants to do like a little Lego YouTube channel, which is really, really sweet. And occasionally I'll just set up my phone and just be like, okay, here you go, let's go in onto, we'll get it onto YouTube eventually.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, cute to record.
I know, and
just
then like
as a
show
mem.
back exactly.
Yeah.
When he's 18 and playing that on his birthday, like, hi guys, today we're gonna make. It's really sweet. Like even the other day, Robbie said to me, he was like, "Oi, listen, gay guys," and I was like, "Not homophobic, not homophobic already." It's funny how like they hear things at school and they see what is meant to be and what's not meant to be. But it's really nice actually hearing Robbie often correct some of the things that Lance and I say around, like, that's actually not very nice to say about someone. And you're like, oh, okay.
Where do you think Listen Gay Guys comes from? Do you think someone at school...
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But I think we have this little rhyme that, you know, probably something that we would do in order to like prevent him from someone else saying it to him first. But like we always chant, Robbie Ray, your dad's a gay. And so like he probably from that, like we've taught it to him, to be fair. He's really funny about it. And the amazing thing is at his school, there's another, one of his friends has 2 mums. And it's just been really nice to be able to see the diversity within a family. And you know, at the end of the day, what is a family in 2025?
Yeah.
Like, of course...
I'm sure there's lots of single parents.
Yeah, exactly. A single mum, single dads, you know, 2 mums, 2 dads, some where, you know, grandparents are involved. Like, there's so many different... And it really does take a village to raise children. Like, having friends and family around to be there to support you is so incredibly important. And I think that's something that... Moving here to LA that's been quite difficult because I've moved away from all of my friends and family. It then makes it really special when you get to go back and see them all again.
What future do you hope for Robbie and Phoenix?
Oh gosh. I mean, it's quite a scary time to be a parent and seeing, and I feel like we're in a real pivotal moment of whether or not, which way things are gonna go. And I really hope that the right things will happen in order for one, there to be a planet for the children in the first place, but 2, that, you know, we realise that human beings aren't to be used to weaponize politically. Like everybody just deserves the chance to be happy and healthy, and that's the most important thing. And I think for the kids, I just want them to, you know, I don't ever want anyone that is born to feel like they can't be whatever they want to be when they grow up. They can't be the president of the United States one day or something. You know, whatever they want to be when they're born, not that they know what they want to be when they're born, but as they get older, that they feel like they can.
Because anything's possible.
Yeah, because it's, you know, currently there's lots of talk around people not being able to be who they want to be and succeed in what they want to do. So can be a scary time. So I just hope that progresses a little bit.
I guess in a way, you and Lance being dads and public about, you know, your family is a great way to create empathy. Sharing stories is a way that we show other people that our similarities are greater than our differences.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important.
I think so too. I think visibility is like an incredibly important thing, and that's whether that's for families or whether it's, you know, in sport, in the workplace, whatever it may be, just being able to be true and authentic to yourself and be able to do the things that you love to do and enjoy doing, and not let who you are hold you back from achieving your dreams.
Ad-free versions and extended episodes of RnR with Courtney Act are available on Mum Plus Gold at patreon.com/Mum Plus.
Whenever knitting gets transported in a bag, it's like carrying your wired headphones in your pocket. Like, how did they end up being that mixed up?